in my 30s is when I really had the realization that I am totally okay if a marriage or a relationship doesn't take place, because I was at a point in my Christian walk that I was content, that I was happy where I was with singleness. So I was saved. I was a junior in college, and so at that time I was still exploring the possibility of relationship, but it was critically important. It was always important to me once I became saved that the dating situation was going to be totally different. So the person I was going to date, she had to be a Christian and share the same beliefs and so forth. And so living in a small town, going to a church, a small church. At that time, our opportunities were quite limited. Sometimes I actually prayed for a relationship to happen, but I would say, if it's your will, Lord, that there are times I did feel, especially being younger, and sometimes societal expectation says, oh, well, you're going to get married at some point in your life. So part of it, I think, is society, just what society expects. But for myself, being younger, you kind of look sometimes to see a man and his wife, or a couple in love, and said, that's something that I thought I was missing out on. The first time I felt the loneliness is when I first moved from my hometown to the Augusta area, which was in 1997. So this is the first time I was moving away from family. I come from a large family, 6 siblings and so forth. And going to an area that I wasn't going to know anyone. So honestly, at that time, loneliness first was an issue, but I found Hope Baptist Church early on in the move. And as I got to know, even if you can get close with some people, especially with Christian friends or other believers, just help to go through that process. I would have thought that perhaps I would have experienced loneliness during pandemic, including when I was in isolation because I had COVID. But I felt I spent more time reading God's Word because I was working in prayer, and I really believe that time, if anything, was almost like a sabbatical for me, a spiritual sabbatical. The most important relationship is the one with Jesus. That's everything grows from that relationship. So I can be content as a single person because my first relationship and my strongest relationship is based on my relationship with Christ.